The first Starfield hot takes. This is gonna be good.
There you are.
Customizing your character in a brand new space RPG,
And all of a sudden,
you're woke.
you didn't ask for this.
True.
You didn't choose this. Yet there it is.
What's up, everybody? This is the Adoring Man here, and Bethesda just released Starfield, what could be their biggest RPG ever.
Are you gonna play Starfield?
Emphasis on could, and we already know that's not true.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna play the shit out of Starfield.
This is a huge moment for them, Xbox, and all of us nerds who apparently didn't have enough amazing games to play this year. That's okay,
True.
I didn't plan on touching grass until 2024. Personally, I've been having a shit
That's some bad grass you have there. That's arguably almost straw.
load of fun with the game, and the most shocking revelation of all is how polished Starfield is. I think I've encountered
I hope that's a joke.
like a grand total of 4 bugs.
What the hell am I looking at?
After Fallout 76, I expected much worse. But there are a lot of legitimate criticisms people have been making about exploration, loading screens, NPCs, etc. And we'll be talking about some of those legitimate complaints.
Combat, dialogue, story, travel, space fight, customization, research, planet traveling, nothing to do. I mean, the list goes on. I wonder why he only mentioned like 3 things out of literal 20.
But this is a hot takes video. Games with this much hype behind them draw in a lot of attention, and with so many eyes on Starfield, it's only natural we should receive a bounty of terrible hot takes. Attention viewers, we are arriving at the surface of planet Hotakius. Be prepared for a rough landing. The cringe levels have not been fully scanned.
You will be able to tell that this is the planet of Hotakius by its name, not by what's on it, because what's on it is generically the same thing that was on the last 5 planets. It's literally the same, in fact.
And they could be lethal.
I'm ready, man. Ready to get it on. Yo!
So because Starfield is exclusive to PC, Game Pass, and Xbox, well, naturally the PlayStation fanboys have risen from their catacombs with a throbbing hate boner. One so obvious they don't even care to tuck it into their waistband.
Yeah, that's a bunch of lies. The Xbox people are currently calling anyone who dislikes Starfield literally a Sony pony. I don't even own an Xbox or a Sony. Yet I'm being called a Sony. Oh, you don't like Starfield? That's because you're a Sony fanboy. I think Sony is the company with the least games that I like, honestly, even. But still, obviously, if you dislike Starfield, there's something wrong with you. You must be a Sony fanboy or something. That argument is as dull as Actman is smart.
But how bad could these takes possibly be? If you're reviewing Starfield and give it a high score, I hope you lose your job.
Attention. We are now at DEFCON 5. Security
You gotta be kidding me.
lockdown
DEFCON 5
lifted.
already? Paul
DEFCON 6 for Starfield.
Passy wrote an article foreshadowing this. Starfield is about to generate the most annoying Xbox PlayStation console war in years. I don't know about you guys, but John...
Also, I just want to ask a question. Maybe this is because I am negative of Starfield because I don't think it's a great game, but are people who are positive of Starfield getting Sony fanboys yelling in their comments, you're dumb because you're an Xbox fan? Because Xbox fans legitimately are actually commenting in negative Starfield videos that, again, you must hate Xbox and blah blah blah. Does the opposite happen?
280165. Fuck. I don't know about you guys, but I get all of my gaming information and opinions from John 280165804887.
I get them
He's one
by
of the
playing.
few intellectual scholars I can truly trust. The console war is one of the cringiest and most degenerate activities you can participate in these days.
I mean, said a guy with a tank top.
A particularly upstanding citizen of the internet here tweeted this in response to me playing Starfield. They said, Alana Pierce should be fired for promoting Xbox games on a public platform like this. Extremely unprofessional and demonstrates a lack of loyalty and seriousness to PlayStation.
We defended her because she's hot. and because she's a woman, not because this was wrong.
Get the fuck out of here!
I can't imagine any other takes are gonna bring us to DEF CON 4. You cannot go to these planets because exploration was a lie. Jesus, it gets so worse.
I mean, is that a lie? It's true. You can't.
Attention. We are now at DEF CON 4.
Oh my god. This is one of the many Twitter accounts whose entire existence revolves around Xbox bad, PlayStation good. So this is their grift. This is how they farm interactions. If grifting is the only thing you do as a content creator, eventually you start to run out of material and you have to grasp at straws. And this is why he's saying exploration is a lie, because he can't kill himself by flying into a gas giant.
I mean, say what you will, I do think that that is stupid that you can't do that. Especially considering, again, like, even the Xbox fanboys are not gonna deny this point, that we literally had Todd Howard, the guy who owns Xbox, and all of the bigwigs coming out and saying, yeah, you can fly from planets to planets, you can explore the space, you can do everything, that it is literally like No Man's Sky exploration levels, but it's not.
Now, for everyone who also dropped out of school in 4th grade, well, the community notes has got your back. Gas giants such as Jupiter and Saturn are not safe to traverse internally. Wind speeds are in the thousands of miles per hour, temperatures beyond any material limits, and pressure so intense that hydrogen turns into a liquid conductor.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Naturally,
Okay. So first of all, I knew that this is gonna come up. It's the stupidest argument that can be made. Oh, but what about the realism? You can't land on the gas giant. Blah blah blah. Science. Okay. How if we're talking about realism, why aren't guns realistic? Why isn't the dialogue realistic? Why isn't, well, honestly, the lore of Starfield is beyond stupidly unrealistic. It literally makes no sense. When you have a bunch of pirates controlling as much as the Crimson Fleet, they become a literal country that establishes the partnership and trade rules, because guess what? That's way better than being pirates at the end of the day, and then the person heading all of that is someone who wants that because he gets to be king. Oh, but there's no hierarchy, maybe. Well, if there's no hierarchy, then those pirates kill each other and they're not actually a problem. Again, there is absolutely no realism in Starfield whatsoever. Nothing in Starfield is even close to realism. How the planets look isn't even realistic in the slightest. Okay? But, oh, you can't land on gas giants because that's not realistic, is the dumbest excuse ever.
Cringe Thrash Gaming here was ratioed into the next dimension. He was hit with community notes multiple times, but it takes a very special brain to continue digging your hole. Especially when everybody is saying, you're wrong. These idiots made a whole article about.
I mean, a bunch of people saying you're wrong doesn't mean you're wrong. The Actman can literally make a video saying that 2 plus 2 is 203 sextillion, and he would probably get more likes than dislikes on the video. Why? Because we're on the internet, and the way that conflicts get settled is by who has the biggest fan base behind them.
Me saying we should be able to explore gas giants. They somehow think this isn't possible in a video game that allows you to travel at light speed. I mean, clearly, they haven't played massive.
Isn't it like beyond light speed or something, by the way? I'm not sure actually on that, but you know.
But hey, I'll let them cook. When this guy takes an IQ test, it comes back negative.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
First off, you can't explore gas giants in Mass Effect, you gastropod. And yes, your tweet was so bad, someone wrote an article about it to make fun of you. Starfield hater becomes laughing stuck after basic astronomy blunder. No shit, you can't walk on gas? Yeah. And you can't make a spaceship in the shape of a robot. But I guess we choosy on fiction now, The pressure at the core of Jupiter could be 100 million times stronger than what is typically seen on Earth at sea level. It should be obvious that no spacecraft could survive.
that's a pretty nonsensical statement, because you're comparing the pressure of the core with the pressure of the sea level on Earth. Well, the pressure of the core on Earth is also way, way, way bigger than the pressure of the Earth at sea level. What?
Survive this pressure.
Okay.
This isn't Goku training at 100 times Earth's gravity. This is 100 million times. But I guess we choosy on fiction now. Dude, aborted fetuses have a better understanding of fiction than you do. Every fictional piece of media needs to establish its own rules and follow them. Starfield...
Dude, then walk on You understand the vast majority of people have no idea you can't walk on gas giants, right? You do understand that. The vast majority of people have literally no clue what a gas giant is. They just think it's another planet that's just called a gas giant because it has gas on it.
Is science fiction, and sci-fi has its own rules to follow. If you establish that a hyperdrive is the piece of hardware necessary to jump to lightspeed travel in Star Wars, then you can't let a fucking ship travel to light speed without a functioning hyperdrive. It's like, why is the Avatar the only one who can bend all four elements? Why can't Zuko water bend? Cause he fucking can't. Cause those are the rules. You cannot go to this planet because exploration was a lie. That's not a planet, it's a star, and you should be able to fly around its surface. Yeah, they don't let you explore the surface of the sun either. Why not?
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
Why not? Why not?
Well, to use his own argument against it, we haven't actually seen in Starfield. There is literally no mention of technology, you know, that humans would probably have if they're colonizing the stars, potentially at least, to actually survive the temperatures of the surface of the sun. By the way, the surface of the sun is actually pretty chill compared to the corona, which is literally was it billions or millions in degrees? I don't remember, but the surface of the sun is actually pretty cold compared to the corona thing that's around it. Do scientists actually know why that is? I don't even remember that part. But in any case, we have no established in-game lore to know if maybe humanity has technology to survive that. We literally don't know. So maybe traveling close to the planets would make sense.
Can't fly into the sun because every material on the periodic table, every substance in our known universe would become nothing but plasma. Every other game lets you fly in and around the gas giants, but the biggest space game of all time from Xbox fans can't do it. And then this guy shows clips of Star Citizen's gas giants. So this is what you want. You want...
Well, yes. Being able to do it is, you know, cool. It doesn't matter if you do it only one time. I mean, personally, I like when games have more options in them. I didn't know you didn't.
To spend 20 minutes flying into the color red. Is this what you play video games for? Star Citizen is a game that's been in development for over a decade and with over $563 million in crowdfunding with no definitive release date in sight. I don't think it's a game you want to compare Starfield to. Then he also...
I mean, both games are equally shit if we're being honest. But Star Citizen is gonna be equal to Starfield without getting released.
Shared a clip of No Man's Sky's gas giants, but...
Objection!
Oh wait, No Man's Sky doesn't have gas giants.
Take that!
It took me 48 minutes to run across this planet in Starfield. 6 zones, about 12 minutes each. So not only did you fail astronomy class, but also 3rd grade math. I feel like this is what blind allegiance and console fanboy...
Wait, should I check? Nah.
does to the mind. Like, facts, logic, and reasoning become something of a conspiracy against you, and everything else is wrong, and everyone else is stupid but you.
Okay,
apparently
but
people are also
guy.
upset that you can't run around the circumference of entire planets without hitting, like, an invisible wall. And I have no...
Well, yes, considering it was actually... Oh, it's windy. Considering it was actually told to us that... Can you even hear me from there? Considering it was actually told to us it's gonna take you 24 hours to run around the planet and you can do that, yeah, I'm kind of pissed we can't do that. But I'm honestly more pissed about the fact that, you know, there's nothing on the planets. Like, Jesus Christ.
No idea why you would want to spend your time running around a planet doing nothing. Do you think it's fun in Minecraft?
Well, you see, Actman, the problem here is that it's a Bethesda game by your own standards, so it should be, like, treated like a Bethesda game, aka, well, every planet is full of a lot of shit. Every planet should have literally been Skyrim or you know, Fallout, you know? You go in a straight line for 5 minutes, you're stopping because you found something that you want to explore or look at or fight. But not Starfield. Not Starfield. You see, he's taking this argument, well, why would you actually want to run around a planet that has nothing on it? Yeah, that's the problem, because Starfield's planets don't have anything on them. It's literally a waste of time running from your ship to the objective. And it literally is, by the way.
To spend 820 hours running to the edge of the world? Well, it would take 10 times longer to do that on planet Earth. I get people testing this for curiosity, but to complain about it, like, you're upset the game doesn't allow you to waste more of your time.
Yes.
You're off the edge of the map, mate. Here there be monsters.
I would get rightfully roasted for pointing out the ridiculousness of swimming so effortlessly with a 280-pound spacesuit on you because it's a video game, so who cares? But everybody was so technical about landing physics not so long ago. Landing physics? Landing physics? You think you can't fly into the sun because of landing physics?
Attention. We are now.
That's a false equivalency. This is a different guy. You didn't show that he actually complained about it. That was the previous guy. And now you're taking the previous guy's statements and applying them to the new guy, because otherwise you don't have anything to say. You're not actually even engaging with the crux of this guy's argument about people complaining about landing. Yep. Well, that seems on brand for the act, man.
Attention. We are now at DEFCON 3.
I'm getting a little worried now. Why?
That's good.
Well, I'll tell you. If you believe such things,
There's a beast that does
It's
the
a little
bidding
bit
of the
chilly
liberals.
outside, huh?
Fearsome creature with current-day tentacles that'll suction your face clean off.
Cool.
And drag all your favorite media down to the crushing darkness. The pronoun.
Oh.
They say the wokeness of its breath is...
Oh my god.
Imagine. The last thing you know on God's green earth is the...
Is he gonna use the argument? No, he's not gonna probably use the argument. But if I had to take a bet on what argument the Ackman is gonna use here, it's like, it's just such a small thing, and you're pissed about it. It's just pronouns. Why are you so mad about it?
The roar of the pronoun and the reeking odor of 1,000 woke...
Is he gonna actually show Heelver's baby face? No. Oh, he does? Is he gonna actually show the video where Heelver's baby face, you know, corrects him because the Actman took him out of context? And then the Actman's defense was, well, what do you want me to use, a longer clip of you? Yeah, that was actually his defense. Wow.
Agendas.
if you believe such things.
But luckily we don't, and the pronoun is just an ancient myth. So this guy's like, why can you swim in water while wearing a spacesuit? That's not realistic. Dude, in Oblivion, you can swim 100 meters underwater in full iron plate mail while swinging a sword without drowning. And guess what? Literally nobody on this planet gives a fuck.
Stop!
You want the game to stop you from swimming? You want to jump into the water with a spacesuit on and just drown? Or be forced to go in your inventory to take it off, get out of the water, then re-equip it? What a terrible...
Well, we're forced to equip it when we go out and out of space, which is honestly stupid and not necessary. The game should do that automatically.
Inconvenient feature. These PlayStation fanboys are advocating for less quality of life and more ways to kill themselves. Starfield was 20 plus years in the making, so you get about an hour per year. Hashtag stay salty. No? No? Okay. We're good. Dude, homeboy just exposed himself as having never played an RPG before. F in the chat for this poor bastard who doesn't even know what a side quest is. Look at the way you fucking crop this. Look at how sneaky this is. Here's the real thing. What's that? 200 hours to complete everything? You see how they try to deceive their own audience into disliking a game? Because that's all they know.
Well, using $200 to complete everything also is deceptive, because most people are not going to complete everything. You know, I don't think I even did every quest one time in Fallout New Vegas on my 5th playthrough or something like that. I think there's probably still a quest or a handful of them out there that I literally have never cared to finish in a game I have played more than 5 times. So that's also deceitful. So, you know, 1 for 1 act, man.
Know how to do. This is so bad, I can't even believe this got green-lighted in this awful state. My god, why? Okay.
How does he do that even?
This looks pretty bad. But
did he
you know what looks
him?
Worse? Boom. The original creator of the video changed the game with console commands. This person stole said video without crediting them and omitted the info.
Whoa. You destroyed that guy without even touching him.
Attention.
SpongeBob.
We are
funny.
now at DEFCON 2.
So what happens at DEFCON 1?
Ladies and gentlemen, if the takes get too hot, take cover, click off this video, and save yourself. Gross. You can flirt with Sam Coe in Starfield. This is fine if you're a woman, but I always play as myself in a game. Ah, I see you too have decided to roleplay as a maidenless virgin. It's quite fun, isn't it? This also goes against the story, as Sam is a straight guy, just like yours truly. So why is the option there for males? There's a few things I really love about this. Number one, it comes from the Gaming Christian Twitter account, and he makes sure to mention twice that he's not gay. Tell me once? Okay, cool, no problem. Tell me twice? Now I'm skeptical.
You are gay.
My brother in Christ. My brother in literal Christ. Nobody else controls the buttons on your controller except you. Can the hate boner for Starfield get any more erect at this point? I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. PlayStation fanboy makes 1,000 accounts to review bomb Starfield on Metacritic.
Attention. We are now at DEFCON.
Is that true? Ah! Well, previous... Oh, nice. Skill. Starfield account 1 out of 1,000. Oh. I mean, yeah. Sure, I guess. You know what, Actman? You should have included me in this video because... well, I didn't tweet it, but I was gonna make a billion accounts to, you know, do the bad thing to stop. So
PlayStation
sad.
fanboy
Missed
makes 1,000 accounts to review bomb Starfield on Metacritic.
Attention. We are now at DEFCON 1. Security lockdown active.
Fetch me their soul.
Oh no. Oh sweet Jesus.
I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity.
Legend.
So you can fucking current day us. Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity!
I love that the Actman literally completely did not even touch his video when he proved the Actman wrong, because again, the Actman just brutally out of context him. To make his point through. Like, you know, for example, there was that guy. You know, he already... Oh, here it was. This guy. He used this guy's arguments to make this guy look bad. I mean, that's on brand for that man, though.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's true. Starfield gives you the option to select 3 sets of pronouns in the character creator.
What? How can you do this?
This alone has caused mass hysteria, and to me, it sounds like a lot of...
Hoopla!
Sounds like a...
Hoopla! Hoopla!
Sounds like a lot of hoopla to make over a little role-playing, right?
Wrong.
A lot of people have finally unlocked Ultra Instinct mode and gone full ham calling Starfield woke. They say it's pushing a hardcore liberal agenda and poisoning our precious media, our precious video games that we care so...
Well, yes. Yes. If it didn't want to do that, it wouldn't have it in the game. It's pretty simple.
so much about. Whether or not you think it is, you'd probably do a better job convincing people of this if you weren't frothing at the mouth.
Fucking current day Californian shit!
Dude, he's literally gonna cherry pick again. He's gonna cherry pick again. He's completely gonna ignore his video where he responds to this. Oh Lord, the Act Man, please.
If you want to play pick your pronouns, then you should have an option to not enter pronouns.
Yes, agreed 100%. The fact that they force you to do it is the problem. The fact that they...
Wait, is that not a reasonable take? Maybe... Why force everyone to take pronouns if, you know, it's not a big deal? So why force them? Why can't you just, you know, not do that?
Force you to do it is the problem. The fact that they force you to do it is the problem. They're forcing you to do it.
Objection!
Show how it's optional. Okay, I will show how it's optional again if you want me to. Look, we can go through this again. There's me, king of pronouns. Confirm. Yep. Didn't have to pick my pronouns there.
Oh, I didn't know you can do that. I completely just entered my name and continued. Ah, so it is optional. Wow, I didn't actually know that. Wow.
Take that!
Didn't have to pick him.
I guess that's true then.
So you shut the fuck up about it being forced? Can you, like, just admit that you're wrong about that?
They're forcing you to do it.
Liar! And you would have a better point of argument here if the game allowed you to skip the pronoun nonsense.
Objection! Objection!
So what? Do I
That's a
have
lot
a better
of
case now?
objection.
Good. You wouldn't survive a COD lobby is out. You wouldn't
Well, I guess the Act Man is gonna win like 1 out of I don't know how many battles this is at this point.
survive Starfield. Character creation is in.
What are your pronouns? Skip. Because the game understands that when you've picked the male character, you have male pronouns.
I think the first thing we need to look at here is the setting of the game. Starfield is set in the year 2310, so it's definitely not far-fetched that people who go by they, them pronouns exist. You may disagree with it, but at the end of the day, this is a very small detail that remains consistent with the setting of the game's world and doesn't break immersion.
Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity!
This isn't like Elder Scrolls where the setting is medieval times, a they, them.
So, in the future, we're gonna have pronouns? Is that it?
Setting for that game wouldn't make any sense.
I mean, this argument is stupid on its own because, in Skyrim, a fictional universe, or the Elder Scrolls, a fictional universe that doesn't exist, has never existed. Pronouns don't exist because it's the past, a fictional past. But in the fictional future, it does exist because it's fictional future? That's a stupid argument, though.
Considering the world is built around a time period where the request for a preferred pronoun wasn't a thing.
Exactly. Starfield takes place in the future, so he has to think people expressing themselves in a way that is not traditional gender normed. He has to think that that is a phase and won't exist in the year 2030 something. That's it.
Probably. America's pretty much the only country that does this shit no more. Like Sweden and other countries like Europe who introduced all of this bullshit are literally now trying to pull it all back because they literally have admitted that it is destroying society. Now, if America just dies off, who cares? But yeah, chances are this is not gonna exist in the future at this rate. The way that we're going. Because America's gonna literally destroy itself. Because it's gonna be the only one left at this point.
It's insane.
In the future, gene therapy and genetic modification will have gone so far that not even the most conservative will be able to say that there are two genders. If you think that things are weird now, just wait until they actually figure out how DNA works.
I mean, this is...
I mean, that's a decent argument, and I actually agree with that to a certain extent. But, again, I don't know how the Act Man does this. This is not an argument for Starfield. Because we clearly see that in Starfield, we can't do these things. Or maybe you can't and I haven't found it. But I'm pretty sure you can't, otherwise we would I probably would have seen it somewhere. Or, you know, on Twitter or a video or something like that. So I'm pretty sure you can't do that. So, the Asmongold part is not even applicable. Because Starfield makes it unapplicable.
Literally just an option for role-playing purposes.
Well, if it's never brought up again, why do you even have to pick the pronoun?
Now, if you tried to start the game and it stopped you and put this big-ass wall of text that said, "Whoa, Buster, you haven't picked your pronouns yet. You're not a bigot, are you?" You know, then you would have a bit more of a case for the game being woke.
A bit more of a case? A bit more of a case? I'm sorry, but that would that's not a bit more of a case. That literally is just a case in point.
Take everything we love, all our emotions, all our fantasies, all our escapism, and you just can't help shovel your dog shit, fucking crap, ideology into everything!
How do you be a conservative when you are a living Wojak? When you are like a subset of the soy jack. We're playing game. We're just having a grand old time. Meanwhile, people on the right are literally
So, the Act Man is gonna use this man. A man who has literally called for violence and killing of people who disagree with his ideology. Nice, the Act Man. Yeah, that's real nice that you use this person. You know, a literal unironic person who has called for genocide of people who do not agree with his political views. Nice.
Creating new soy jacks live, getting angry at this over pronouns.
I think Bethesda's agenda only goes so far as to creating more role-playing and customization options.
Because games aren't just a form of escapism for people who look like you. They are a form of escapism for everyone.
Think about how many sliders and other things you see in character creation tools that you don't give a fuck about, but somebody else inevitably will. Now that I think about it, okay, I'm putting on the tinfoil hat. What if the pronoun selection in Starfield is just a big psyop orchestrated by Todd Howard to get people to talk about the game? Free publicity. I mean,
no.
Worked out pretty well for the Hogwarts Legacy developers.
No.
As the boycott around that game seemed to have the opposite effect. I think we're all being had. We're all being pitted against each other as Todd Howard sits in his solid gold house counting his millions.
Who's laughing now?
Okay,
Todd
but
Howard
on the
is a
real,
legend,
remember
though.
when Doom Eternal came out and Bethesda was criticized heavily for this line?
No.
Can be an offensive term. Refer to them as mortally challenged.
This whole pronoun debate is so eerily similar
That's
to that
funny.
because it's such a non-issue, right? One line of dialogue was all it took to trigger people to the surface of Mars. Well, our standards for what triggers people have gotten worse because all it takes now to trigger snowflakes is this. I think Dunkey put it best when he said,
in the character creation screen, it asks you what pronoun you want for your character. It's like 3 seconds of a game, which is like 700 hours long.
now if you want to have this
Oh yeah, so it is there. Oh, it's such a small thing. Why do you even it shouldn't be in the game. If no one cares, you see, you can't use these arguments. Oh, it's such a small thing. Oh, it's not a big deal. Well, if it's not a big deal, then it shouldn't be in the game. But when you remove it from the game, it's like you know he's gonna be. How dare you? How dare he's gonna go full Karen mode on that when it happens.
a greater discussion of leftist political agendas infecting all sorts of media. I mean, go ahead and have that discussion. It's definitely happening in some places, but it's not here in Starfield. Wait! Oh shit! Look at this woke coffee mug I just found! You guys, this is so much worse than the woke toilets in the Dead Space remake. I would rather shit my pants than take a dump in one of those. If you're trying to say this is woke, couldn't this also just be
I don't think anyone brought this up. This is the first time I see this.
Evidence that there's some corporation or company manufacturing coffee mugs with feminist ideals in Starfield. So in that sense, isn't the world more realistic and similar to ours? So what's next?
Didn't that have a story? Well, not that specific cup, but did it? I remember this like happened a couple of years ago already, when, you know, this was slowly starting to take off and becoming super mainstream and whatnot. Drinking men's tears was a coffee mug or something like that. It had something like it had some kind of text like that. I drink men's tears, and a lot of feminists bought it. It was being sold by the men's right movement. That was great. That was funny.
Wait a second. Why
Wait, there are videos like that? Why I see them? Ah, I clicked it again. Jesus. Where are we? Pronouns, mugs. There we go.
In Starfield. So in that sense, wait.
Okay, now I'm not gonna misclick. Asmongold, Starfield trying to be woke. It's a good clip.
Wait a second, why is Asmon in the script of this hot takes video? He couldn't possibly have... Oh no.
I have no problem, by the way, with this kind of stuff, but I think that if you want to add messages in like this, especially whenever you have like pirates.
Dude, you know what the problem I have with this, by the way? It's the fact that they censored out the word fucking. Man, Starfield is... We're obviously not actually going to talk about the game being actually bad, because, you know, how can you defend that? At least, you know, taking some random schmuck from, you know, Twitter, the place of geniuses, is a lot easier than this. But man, you know, I really don't like the fact that they even censored just the word fuck. Man, you can't blast corpses to pieces. You can't do any of that stuff. Like, Starfield is the most generic safe thing ever. Zero strippers, zero gore, zero anything. It just feels bad. I didn't even know that they are going this far. To even... Dude, no one's gonna even notice this, and you still censor the word. It's insane.
And stuff like that. Why is it not possible that you can have, like, you know, a space pirate with an Andrew Tate t-shirt? It says on it, like, all women are bad or something. And so I think this is fine, but it's just that, you know, the one-sidedness of it makes it, it takes it from being an escapist experience, and it just turns it into bullshit.
The one-sidedness of it? Asmon, every single person in this game owns a firearm. They have armed security in every single city, even in the bars of vacation resorts on Paradiso. I became a revolver-slinging deputy that used lethal force on the guilty and innocent alike. How much more like Texas do you want it to be? They got cowboy hats too, man. Never thought I'd show Asmongold in a hot takes video.
What about...
I literally don't understand the point of these last 2 minutes.
Showing your friend in a hot takes video.
I could do that. You're a loser! Being upset that a development team is mentally ill and spreading their degenerate illness to the customers is valid. Imagine if they asked at the beginning of the game if you wanted to kill yourself. Okay, so this is what normal people see when a game gives them an option to select their gender or sex or pronouns. And this is what Captain Sexual Assault sees.
Kill yourself now. You should kill yourself now. And you're looking for nothing. And you some zero.
That's
kill
nice.
Yourself now. You should kill yourself now.
Fuck
That's pretty
Bethesda
catchy.
and fuck the political radical weirdos in the Western gaming industry, staining it with ideological clown world bullshit. What should first and foremost be an escape from it? Back to Skyrim. What? You're going back to Skyrim? That woke leftist nonsense that forces you to pick a race at the start? God, what a fucking libtard, man. This guy is so woke. You see how easy it is to turn your grift against you?
No, that did not make any sense. Picking a race doesn't make you woke. Does anyone agree with that even? I'm pretty sure no one agrees with that. That just sounds extremely stupid. Like, I mean, even for that, man, that sounds a little bit like severely autistic.
You see how easy it is to imitate it? I don't like ideology in my games. Now let me go back to the video game that has themes of imperialism in it.
Laws and labor structures tight, memories of faded might,
I'm not sure how this is supposed to be woke. Does Hackman even know what woke... Oh, yeah, now I understand why I'm not understanding what Hackman... He doesn't know what woke is! Yeah, he literally just has no idea what woke is. You picking between, you know, these things in Fallout New Vegas has nothing to do with woke, because woke is a very specific thing. Woke has nothing to do with race. How does he not know this? Like, does he think that's like a woke race? If you don't pick a certain race, you're woke? Yeah, okay, so the Actman literally has no idea what woke actually is, so that suddenly makes a lot of sense.
the old soul of America.
I almost refunded my game when Starfield asked
You
me for
should've.
pronouns. I still might.
Now, you'd be wise to stick a beer in your mouth and mind your own damn business, because I don't put up with this sort of drama.
They really do treat pronouns like some mythical monster coming to swallow them.
I mean, it is. I said this before. Everything's a slippery slope in life, and if you don't think that, congratulations, you lowlife. It is. First, it's pronouns. The next Bethesda game after 10 years is gonna have something else, and then the third game is gonna be full of that shit. This is how it works. This is how it does this. You don't just do a you just don't do a 360 switch instantaneously. You do it slowly, like eBay changing its logo, like Amazon doing things. You just implement it over time. And for example, Healwer's babyface, the reason he's mad at the pronouns so much is simple. Because he understands that it's gonna happen over time. The same way woke shit has been implemented in movies. The same way other things have been done like that. It doesn't happen instantly. It happens gradually. Until the point where it's so common that you can do the switch instantly.
Them whole. So at this point, I feel like you guys have officially lost the plot. I feel like people
Long
on the
ago.
right don't realize that they have done to the word woke what the left did to the words sexist and racist. Rob them of almost all their original meaning.
The dynamic has completely shifted with who is the SJW.
You guys use the word woke too liberally. That's a funny pun. Like when people call someone a fascist, my first instinct is just to assume the exact opposite, because unfortunately my parents did read me the tale of the boy who cried wolf, rendering me a skeptic for the rest of my life.
We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Western Game Company.
Is this not pinnacle SJW behavior? Is this not peak? Is this not a stereotype? If this person was a left-leaning individual and they were around back in 2017 or something and they did this exact bit, except instead of pronouns it's something equivalently stupid, like him getting mad that there are more options for a white skin tone than a non-white skin tone in the character creator or something. If a person on the left had reacted like this, they would have been made fun of for the rest of their life.
The people making comparisons to 2015 2016 SJW shit are entire.
I don't know who this is, but do you want to bet 100 million that they're gonna be in prison for child something in 5 years? Because I am willing to bet. Hey, judge a book by its cover every single time. It's never wrong.
Entirely accurate. This is essentially fucking blue-haired feminist. Fucking.
I can't even say anything here because I have not enough context to actually understand exactly the point of their meaning. I don't know what he means by 2017 leftists say thing internet bad. There's just not enough context, Act Man.
Red.
If I'm not in this circle, I don't. This is just random gibberish.
Red, Anita Sarkeesian, all this shit. Like, you are the same fucking thing. You are the exact same fucking thing. This is nuts. This is absolutely insane.
The Starfield discourse has revealed the rift between those who live in a terminally online hellscape where a 3-second long character customization option in a new video game sends them spiraling in.
Well, again, currently, it's a 3-second customization thing. Later, it's gonna be bigger. That's how this works. Again, Jesus Christ. The fact that they do stupid to understand this.
Into a fit of Vietnam flashback PTSD and those who are functioning adults. Hard disagree, Mr. Raygun. I remember throwing my Game Boy into the scorching flames of hell when Professor Woke asked me if I was a boy or girl.
And then these...
I'm pretty sure no... Did anyone actually bring up the fact that Professor Oak doesn't know who you are? I'm pretty sure people laughed about it, that he's looking at someone and he's like, well, what are you? I remember people laughing about that being a meme, but again, did I completely miss it? Because I feel like that never happened the way that Actman is describing it.
These people will be like, it's so weird. They'll be like, wow, you're certainly freaking out over this guy.
So the person that says it doesn't matter then created another post because I guess it actually does matter.
As if that, it's a very, very big cope where their entire ideology is framed around contrarianism and no you. And so they have to be like, oh, actually, you're the one that's mad.
So the guy that said it...
Nothing he said in that... Oh, you can't actually see it, wait. Nothing he said in that video is even remotely close to contrarianism. Dude, these clips are so fucking bad.
It doesn't matter, then's created another post because I guess it really, really matters.
I think that my response to this is proportional to what I'm seeing.
Fucking current day Californian shit!
And this person's response, New Soy Jack's response to Bethesda including pronouns is ridiculously...
Did the left try to meme again and failed stupendously? Probably.
Not proportional.
I think so many people have been fighting the culture war online like every day for so long, they've forgotten what woke used to act.
By the way, I am so done with politics at the moment because I kind of came to the conclusion, it doesn't matter. Like, all these people who think that there are 130, they're just gonna off themselves after like 5 years. There's suicide. There's no such thing as an old trans person. Do you know why? Because most of them delete their Minecraft character by the age of 25. So I have decided that I'm not even gonna care about this. Because America's gonna probably erupt in civil war or something fun like that, which is gonna be great to watch. And the rest of them are gonna just off themselves at some point because, you know, reasons and AIDS.
Actually mean and why we started using that to describe media, articles, and whatever in the first place. You see, woke, at least in my own head dictionary, is a synonym for contrived. Deliberately created rather than arising naturally or spontaneously. The only difference between woke and contrived is that woke was contrived, but it had some basis in a political ideology. We used to call media woke when it had an observable...
Is this gonna be it? Because I really don't even want to watch it, honestly. Whoa, is he gonna show like a historic figure or something like that? I have no idea who that is. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. Wait, did we? No, we didn't watch the video of that guy. We watched a video of a similar bald guy. I think I'm done. Wow. Hey, say what you will about the Ackman. At least he's smart enough to do one thing constantly I have seen in the videos. When he does his personal take that he knows a lot of people will not agree on, he always puts, like, the riskier stuff in the back. Because, let's face it, everyone on YouTube knows that no one watches until the end. Like, the average people who watch until the end is, like, what, 10-20% maybe on average? So, he knows only the diehard fans are gonna get to the end, and, you know, then it doesn't matter, he can say whatever he wants. Anyway, I'm done with this. This is just, I honestly should have been done right probably around, maybe, I don't even know. Anyway, this was Quizzer Citizen. I want to see his full Starfield review, because that's the actual game, and then we can actually poke the holes. Because, again, there's very, very almost nothing good about Starfield. Anyway, this was Quizzer Citizen. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.